Unfortunately, in the last several years, we've all seen the impact of inflation on our grocery budgets. Now, you can do things like clip coupons or shop weekly sales, but those are often only a temporary fix for lowering your grocery budget. So, today I want to give you some tips for how to foundationally change your grocery budget so you can start saving more money at the grocery store. First and foremost, if you are not already creating a weekly or monthly meal plan, that is going to be the first thing that you need to do to start saving money at the grocery store. When you create a meal plan, you plan out what recipes you're going to eat for the next week. You create a grocery list for all of the items you need for those recipes, and then you go grocery shopping with a purpose. Meal planning means that you grocery shop with intentionality and purpose. So the things that you buy at the grocery store are actually going to get used in recipes. The problem that we often face when we don't meal plan is we go to the grocery store and we buy at random, and then those things just sit in the refrigerator and we wonder what we're going to make with them, and that often leads to food waste. And food waste is just basically wasted money. It's like putting your money in the refrigerator, watching it deteriorate for a week, and then throw it in the trash. But again, the grocery shopping component is one of the most important pieces here because you can go to the grocery store with a nice organized list of all the things that you need to buy. But if you go off script and buy a bunch of extras, you're not actually going to stick to your grocery budget. So following through with the meal plan from the planning portion to the checkout counter is really important for making this effective. The second tip for saving money is to create a budget. Now, if you are a meal planner, there's a good chance you're also a budgeter because those habits align really well. But if you're not somebody who already creates a grocery budget, this is going to be huge in saving you money at the grocery store. I personally find that the idea of zero-based budgeting is the most helpful for keeping me on track with my spending. Zero-based budgeting means that at the beginning of the month, you assign all of your money to different categories and you decide how you're going to spend your money before you spend it. Sometimes when we think of budgeting, it is the more traditional method of looking at your spending at the end of the month and looking how you spent your money. But if you do the zero-based budgeting where you allocate your money ahead of time, you're then being proactive with your spending rather than reactive to how you spent your money over the course of the month. The important part here is to align your meal plan with your grocery budget. If you have a really tight grocery budget, it's not going to work that you plan fancy recipes that require lots of expensive ingredients. You're going to need to simplify things a little bit if you want to stick to your grocery budget. This also means that sometimes at the end of the month or the end of the pay period, your meal plan might need to adjust to reflect how much money you actually have left over in your grocery budget. Now, I don't mean for any of this to sound overly complicated. It's just that these practices take some time to learn. Meal planning is something that can take a few cycles of meal plans to start to get it right, and budgeting is just the same way. So if you create a budget this month and it doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that you're budgeting incorrectly. You just need a little more practice. The third way to start regularly saving money on groceries is to use up what you already have at home. A lot of us buy things at the grocery store because they simply look good or something's on sale and it's a buy one, get one free. Those items then end up piling up in our pantry or our freezer, and we buy new things without realizing we've already spent money on food that we could use. One thing that we like to do in our house is have a low spend week, where we rummage through the cupboards and the freezer and we pick out things that we know need to get used and we can use in the week's meal plan. This might be things like leftover ham from a holiday meal that we vacuum packed and then froze, and it ended up at the bottom of the freezer under other things. Or this could be a package of pasta that was a buy one, get one free deal, and we never used the second one. It's important to use these items because, like I said, you've already spent your money on them, so you don't need to buy something new. But also, some stuff is going to expire, and you need to make sure that you use it before it goes bad. My top tip for using what you already have at home in your meal plan is to be flexible with your recipes. Feel free to swap out grains or side dishes or different components of a recipe with the things that you already have and make it work with the things that you have rather than feeling so constrained to exactly what a recipe says. For those of you who already have a solid meal planning foundation, one of the best ways that you can continue to take your savings further is by coordinating your recipes within your meal plan. When you coordinate ingredients across multiple recipes in your meal plan, those ingredients end up getting fully used up rather than sitting half used in your refrigerator. You might coordinate your recipes by flavor profile or cuisine, so you're using up the same condiments and spices in all of the same recipes. Or you could coordinate your recipes by a main ingredient, such as buying chicken in bulk and then using it in multiple recipes throughout the week. This style of meal planning can feel a little bit more like Tetris, where you really need to lock in your different recipes in order to make your meal plan work, which is why I consider it a little bit more of an advanced meal planning technique. But with a little bit of practice, this is the best way to save money when you're meal planning. I hope these tips were helpful and that you can start implementing one or two of them and start saving money on your groceries this week. If you have an additional tip for how to save money at the grocery store, I would love to hear it. Drop your tips about how to save money in the comments of this video, and I might feature it in a future video about how to continue to save money on groceries. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon in another video.